Hey guys, it's J19 brought to you another video. I just want to thank you guys for supporting my channel. I really mean a lot. This is my gaming podcast news. We're gonna go over a few things today, like Forspoken's possibly in trouble. I want to talk about a little bit like the state of play rumors going around, what to expect, set you guys' expectations for it, because a lot of you guys are hoping for big things to come out of this, and I just want to let you guys know what I think is going to happen, and probably just set our expectations to a point to where it's like we're not going to be like disappointed. Like a lot of people are expecting too big of things, and talk about like the Final Fantasy going forward with Square Enix, talk about gaming in general. So if you guys would, feel free to like, subscribe. If you're new, hit the bell notification so they know if I go live or upload my next video. I appreciate you guys' love and support as always. As I get that out of the way, I just want to thank you guys so much for the love and support as always, because we have reached my goal for this year, 200 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. I don't usually make content on the weekends, but it means a lot to me because you guys appreciate the content that I do. Sometimes it's hit and miss with views and stuff like that, but that's not important. You guys stick around. I appreciate you guys a ton. I mean it so much. It hits my heart knowing that you guys care for the content that I do. As I continue to make more content and grow as a content creator, and down the road I want to get back to streaming, but I want to focus on YouTube for a little while before I get back on Twitch. But I will be back streaming before long. So I just want to thank you guys a ton for stopping by and showing me some love and support as always. If you're checking me out first time, if you guys wonder what kind of stuff I cover RPGs, JRPGs. I do cover a little bit on Resident Evil. I do cover Capcom games, Square Enix games, Bandai Namco. Sometimes I'll cover like from software. Sometimes I am interested in stuff they cover, stuff like that. I do cover a little bit on PlayStation. I'm not like big old Sony channel where I talk about none but like first party games, but I will check them out. I will give you guys like my thoughts and reactions to their trailers as well, and give my thoughts on the games as I play them and complete them. So that's what I'm all about. If you guys are into this type of stuff, I am. I appreciate the communication, the community that I'm building, and I'm looking forward to like seeing what you guys' thoughts are. Like the comment section's been rolling. Our likes and subscriptions are rolling a little bit. I'm starting to see more and more people interested in the type of content that I cover. So thank you guys a ton. And as we continue to get through this busy year of gaming, like I got a lot of games I want to play, and I need to find more time to do it. So it's just like it's so big. Like I got Monster Hunter Rise that just came out for PS, the PlayStation, Xbox, and it's been out on PC and Switch, and it's very fun. I've been playing that. I played a little bit of Callisto Protocol finally. The game is pretty freaking good. I do understand why people don't like it. The story is kind of like straightforward. It don't have like a whole lot of depth to it, like a lot of people thought. Maybe it's gonna be like more interesting. The gameplay, the combat is definitely different. Like it's pretty simple. The combat can be a little intense. It can be a little bit irritating, but after a while, after you get used to it, like it's not quite that bad. I've been given like Gotham Knights a chance last night for the first time. It's pretty fun. I mean, yeah, it's like 30 FPS, not really what people are hoping for. Hoping to get like a 60 FPS patch down the road. Yeah, sure, but the game looks great. I don't see anything wrong with it. I do have to play more of that. I really like everything so far that we got with those games. And like I beat Crisis Core Reunion. I finally beat God of War Ragnarok. I wasn't really a big fan like of the level design. I think the pacing was a little off with like every chance like you walking too much and stuff like that. But after finishing that story, like it's a very solid game. Like it's even better than God of War 2018. So it's like playing a lot of these games, finally get them done. I still gotta beat The Last of Us Part 1 because I had a horrible year last year with like everything going on. You guys probably know or probably don't know, but lost some loved ones, dealt with some health issues. So it's like I thank you guys. That's why I'm so appreciative of you guys not like leaving my channel and unsubscribing and stuff like that, because it shows that you guys are willing to take take time, be patient while I recover and get through everything. And I'm not going around. I'm still around. I'm still standing, still keeping on and keeping on. So I appreciate you guys a ton. And it's an exciting time to be a gamer. Like, we got PlayStation games coming out. We got, Nintendo's coming out strong. We got Xbox, Microsoft are trying to do whatever they're doing. They're in a little bit of a issue right now with, Activision Blizzard and employees being let go, and like former employees are saying it's not looking good for Xbox. I don't know. I don't want to go in details of that, because I'm not here to have wars. I'm not here to have consoles. Who's better? I'm just me. I'm just me. I like enjoying gaming. I do have a gaming PC. I do have like a PS5. I do have like the Switch, OLED. So it's like, I don't really need anything else. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not the type of guys like, oh, it's gotta be PlayStation or bust, or it's gotta be Xbox or bust. It's gotta be nothing but Switch. So I played out all of them before in my gaming life. So it's like, it's exciting times. And to get into the first topic of today, thank you guys for listening to me on this in-house, I guess, opening of this podcast. I appreciate you guys a ton for stopping by and just listening, and just if you're busy with work or whatever, you want to just listen to me random on about games. The first item on the topic today is the highly anticipated, like, is this game gonna flop? Is this game gonna not be good? There's a lot of red flags, and a lot of people are worried. Like, I'm starting to worry a little bit, but I got the game for free thanks to the bundle I got for AMD for my graphics card last year. And that's Forspoken, right? Forspoken's got a lot of red flags. It's like the PC specs requirements are like, everybody's looking at that and go, what in the world? That doesn't make sense. Like, it's all over the place. Everybody's worried about that not being totally optimized. And there's some gaming media outlets, at least 7 of them, where like they fail to get like a review code. Like, Luminous Productions of Square Enix is not giving them codes, and like a lot of them only got I think only PS5 versions I got review codes, not PC. So this ain't looking good. It's not looking good at all, guys. And it's just like, I hope this game does well, because if you guys probably don't know or not, but if you watch the recent like commercials that PlayStation had for like a lot of their games, like Forspoken got bought for like 2 years is timed exclusive deal for Sony. Like, Sony thinks this is gonna be like a game that's gonna blow minds. It's gonna sell PS5s, and it's like there's a bunch of red flags coming around. I'm surprised Sony hasn't like talked to Square and Luminous Productions. Like, wait a minute, it's like, how is this game coming along? Is it working fine? Do you need help with like Nix? You want our Nix's team to help like start, working on the PC port of this? What's going on? Like, something's going on with this, guys, and it's like, I hope it turns out well, but it might bite Sony in the butt. Like, it's pretty sad, It's pretty sad to see that, Sony went out of their way to buy a 2-year time exclusive deal for Forspoken, when that game, like, a lot of people played a demo and they're not sold. A lot of people said this game don't look good. This game it's not fun. It's boring. The world feels empty. Like, and like Luminous Productions is like begging people to buy a PS5 for this game. It's like, yeah, well, if you don't have all these red flags, and like you're gonna make Sony like lose money in this deal, because if the game flops, I mean, that's not gonna look good for either Square Enix Luminous Production, which developed Final Fantasy 15. We all know how that turned out. It wasn't the game that we all thought it was gonna be. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It still sold well. It sold extremely well. It's one of the top Final Fantasy sellers, besides like Final Fantasy 10 and 7 and 14. But like, the game wasn't what people wanted. It was alright. It was fine. Some people liked it. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. Some people just don't want to play it. Like, but it's like, I thought maybe Luminous Production wanted to like prove to Square, prove to everybody else that, hey, we had one little mishap because of development issues of Final Fantasy 15. But Forspoken's going to be our game to showcase that. But now it's like, it's not looking very good. And I would doubt that Square and Sony would want to do business with Luminous Production, even though it's part of Square. that they would even say, hey, Luminous Production, we want you to create Final Fantasy 17. That's not going to happen. If this flops, Sony's not going to want to buy a timed deal from the Luminous Production studio of Square and say, sorry, we bought a 2-year subscription, exclusive deal, and it failed. Like, it flopped. We don't want nothing to do with it. Like, just like with Days Gone, it didn't do as well as Sony would like. And Ben Studio came up with the idea, say, hey, do you mind if we do Days Gone too? And Sony's like, no, not right now. Not right now. We're not going to go that route because Days Gone did not live up to expectations. So, Square and that Luminous Production engine and that development studio of theirs, it's not looking good. I was hyped for this game. I was excited, but man, it's not looking good. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that because, yikes. I mean, I hope it works. I got it on PC. I'll be playing it, next week. I might stream it to see how it goes. So I'll probably get back to streaming next week with Forspoken. So keep in mind with that, I definitely want to stream it and give my honest thoughts for it because I hope it works well. But if not, oof, it's not going to be good at all. The next topic I want to talk about is the state of play, right? The state of play, everybody's talking about because, Snitch is coming back with more little details. Like he's talking about one particular game, that he just said, oh, yeah, if you take this game for example, if I would have said that, then yeah, everybody'd be going nuts. That's why I do these things like codes and riddles and stuff because it's like I could get all the views and get all the people to subscribe and stuff like that. He goes, I'm not like that. I do what I do, with the little codes and little hints and the way he does it. He gets people to go, oh, that makes sense, but to a point where it's like, oh, it doesn't just hit you on the head on the nail, hit the nail on your head per se, right? So this rumored state of play, I just want to keep you guys in mind that do not expect Sony to come out swinging with first-party studios games with an hour and a half big state of play event. This ain't gonna be a PlayStation 5 event that everybody was thinking. This is gonna be a state of play. It might be 20 to 30 minutes long. It's not gonna have any first-party studio games in it. It's gonna be focused around third-party games because the Snitch has talked about, this other gaming insider has talked about. They're saying they're hearing from their sources and stuff. What they're hearing is it's a state of play focused around third-party games. And there's another rumor going around, or / leak from 4chan that everybody's talking about in their videos, is the Final Fantasy 35th anniversary event. I mean, that's kind of coincide with third-party, right? With Square Enix, right? Third-party company. Was Capcom a third-party company? Was Konami a third-party company, right? So it makes sense that we get Metal Gear Solid reboot, remake. We might get Metal Gear Rising reboot from the voice actor or actor that says, hey, expect news in the coming weeks. A big announcement. So, you guys see where I'm coming from. Nothing to do with first-party games. So I think that we all need to just relax on the first-party games, expectations. They're gonna show off Spider-Man 2. We could be wrong. We could be wrong. Everybody's hearing just a little bit of info. We could get a big blockbuster PlayStation 5 event next week. I mean next week, but next month, right? Or maybe even March. But I think February makes sense because especially with third party, this is a third party focused year, right? With with Hogwarts Legacy and Final Fantasy and you got Resident Evil, you got Silent Hill 2 remake, you got Armored Core, you got all these games, Street Fighters and stuff like that. You got all these games coming out this year. It's a third party focused year, right? Or indie titles or double A games, right? So I think if we get anything, it's gonna be a state of play. I think we're definitely gonna get third party games. I expect to see more on maybe Resident Evil 4 remake trailer. Since we didn't really get anything from the producer, on Friday, so it's kind of bummed me out. But we did get a little information. I did cover in my other video, which thank you guys for that, for checking that out if you would. Other than that, it's like we need to see more on Resident Evil 4 Remake. We could possibly see maybe some big reviews of like what third-party companies are working on, like maybe Konami, maybe another look at Silent Hill 2 Remake, maybe another look at Armored Core 6 Remake, Armored Core 6 Remake, but Armored Core 6, you guys know what I mean. And maybe we'll see something from Konami about Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising. You never know, but I think the best thing we're gonna see is like Final Fantasy 16 will be like either shown off at the State of Play, or they might just wait as it gets closer to launch to start like really marketing it heavily. I think around like March, April, or May, it's gonna be those 3 months where we get like the previews, hands-on, all that jazz like we usually do with. Maybe we get like a State of Play focused around Final Fantasy 16. That's gonna be like Sony's one of their biggest games of this year is Final Fantasy 16. I do expect Sony to start saying, okay, we got some games coming out like late 2023, early 2024. What games can they showcase as third party? How about Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth? We haven't seen much on that game. We got one interview back. We got interviews back in July and June. We got the very first trailer for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and it's only on PS5. It doesn't say timed exclusive, anything like that. We might find out more about the timed exclusive deal, because a lot of rumors going around that Sony, and confirmed by Microsoft, that Final Fantasy 7 Remake Trilogy is not coming to Xbox or Game Pass, and neither is Final Fantasy 16. So if Sony wants to start out strong in like February with a State of Play, like a lot of people think, it's not really focused on first-party games. Since this is a year of third-party games, we're going to see games like Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, Hogwarts Legacy, Final Fantasy 16 possibly, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. You might see more on like Armored Core 6, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6, those type of games. We might get an announcement of like, is there a Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising in the works, or stuff like that. I expect that type of State of Play, not first-party studios. But if Sony comes out within the next week or so, and they go, hey guys, we got a big, future of PlayStation event focusing on PlayStation 5 games coming out, within like 2023, 2024 and beyond, then I would raise up your expectations that we will see third-party games, first-party games, and indie titles are coming out for PS5, right? Because that's what Sony wants to do, right? They haven't had an event. They done that in 2019. They didn't have any Sony PlayStation events, major ones, and they just in 2020 they gave us 2 of them, right? They gave us 2 giant events. They might do that this year because 2022 we didn't get any big major PlayStation event. Just a handful of State of Plays, and they called it good, right? They had a little showcase here and there, maybe at like the Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards. They showed off maybe 1 or 2 things. I don't really remember. It's been a little while, but yeah, that's what I got to say on that front. Hogwarts Legacy, we can talk about that real quick. I think Hogwarts Legacy is going to be a game that's going to sell extremely well. Is it the most controversial game of this year? Absolutely. Because everybody and their political beliefs and their cultural beliefs, and I'm not going to go in detail of it, but if you're offended by one person who is not making this game, who already got their money out of this without you buying the game, that's fine. You don't want to buy the game, that's fine. Don't force your political beliefs, your cultural beliefs on others and telling us what to do, okay? I'm interested in Hogwarts Legacy. Am I going to buy it day one? No, because I got other games I want to play. What other games I want to play? Get first. I just all I got to say on that. And don't ever talk about, well, they're threatening our human rights. Don't talk about like that when when you and yourselves are doing the same exact thing. You're threatening the lives of human beings with your like, oh, they should be dead. You know, don't talk like that. I don't appreciate that when people go that far and just they want to hurt somebody else or make threats on social media. It's like, who on earth are you to expect people to respect your human rights, your decisions, when you're acting like a knucklehead? You know, that's all I gotta say on that. If you don't want to buy a Hogwarts Legacy, that's fine. If your friends don't want to buy a Hogwarts Legacy, that's fine. But those of us that do not don't cut us down, call us names, or even threaten our lives, because that's not right. You cannot. Two wrongs do not make a right. So if you want to voice it with your wallets. Do not voice it with forcing your political beliefs and all that onto others, or demand that people don't buy any games. I don't appreciate that at all. So if you're gonna act like a knucklehead, take your comments somewhere else. Nobody needs to hear it. That's all I gotta say on that. We'll move on. I'm expecting big things this year for games. Like, just Dead Space remake is looking pretty promising. A lot of people are talking about that game. A lot of people are getting excited for it. You got Monster Hunter Rise that people are excited are playing. You got Forspoken with the issues I talked about earlier. I hope it does well. We got Final Fantasy 16. That's one of the most anticipated games of around the world, outside of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I hope that game does well too. I hope it does. I hope that Tears of the Kingdom is going to be better than Breath of the Wild, because I don't like Breath of the Wild. I play about an hour or so of it and say, you know what, it's not a game for me. It's not the type of Zelda game I grew up with. So I hope it does well. I know Nintendo's got a lot of stuff going on with a lot of their games. I'm hearing rumors about this Zelda game is going to be the last mainline game for the Switch. I guess apparently Nintendo's got the next generation Nintendo console coming. I don't know what that is. Switch Pro, Switch U, or Switch 2. Who knows what they're going to call it, right? They could be completely something different. Or they might not be reviewing a console anytime soon, because isn't the Switch only been out for 6 years maybe? This is the 6th year it's been out. Let me know in the comments below about that if I want to know when did the Switch release, because I don't know how Nintendo does their console generations. I know for PlayStation and Xbox it's been every 6 to 7 years lately, right? So I don't know how Nintendo does theirs. I haven't been keeping track. I need to start doing research on that. But it's a big year for PlayStation. It's a big year for Nintendo. I mean, they got a few games coming out. Are gonna be hit big. We got Silent Hill 2 remake. Got Hogwarts Legacy, like I talked about. You got Final Fantasy 16. You got Street Fighter 6. You got Armored Core 6. You got Diablo 4. You got there's so many games coming out this year. It's I don't know how people are gonna find time or even have the money to get it all. Some people might have to say, look, I can only get a handful of games this year, and I have to buy the rest on sale when I have extra cash. This is gonna be a crazy year. The first 6 months is stacked with games. I looked at all the list of the first half of the year. I'm I don't even know if I can get all these games. I got about 5 games I'm getting this year, and I already talked about a little bit of that. So the games I'm getting this year is, I got Forspoken, right? I got Dead Island 2. That's gonna be a good game. I got a feeling that Deep Silver and Dambuster Studio, they want to make sure they do a good job, because people are gonna look at that game and go, is it better than Dying Light 2? I covered in that one video. Is it better than Dying Light 2? That's what it's gonna compete with, because Dying Light 2's got content coming out this year. So it's can Dead Island 2 be just as good or even better than Dying Light 2? I hope it does, because I'm really excited for it. Love the over-the-top, hilariously funny, not to be taken serious zombie slasher, Slayer. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I got Final Fantasy 16. I got Resident Evil 4 remake ordered. I got Spider-Man 2 on my list, and the only other game that I probably get this year, if it makes the list, is Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I'm really excited for that game. I want to see more. I hope that Square, with their presentation that people think is going to happen, that leak/rumor on 4chan, I hope we do see some of that stuff. I hope we do see more a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I want to see more like Final Fantasy IX Remake, because let's face it, if Final Fantasy IX Remake is going to be the same thing as what the remaster is, just updated textures and graphics, and it's pretty much the same game, I might not be interested in it. But if it's like given a love and respect, like almost like remake type of way, maybe like between that and like Acidia, maybe at like that level of like how the visuals look, then yeah, I'd be interested in playing it. Give me a review on that. I want to see what it looks like. I still want to beat Final Fantasy IX, of course. I got a lot of games to play, and with these new ones coming out, I'm overloaded. It's like, whew. But anyways, that's just what I got going on as far as gaming on my end. I would love to hear what you guys are excited for this year for gaming. Like, let me know if there's anything I missed. There's probably a lot of games I haven't even mentioned. Like, this list goes on and on. Like, holy crap. Like, we are in for a treat this year for gaming wise. And it's just something to keep our mind off this world a little bit, because real life, man, is just it hits you deep. And video games is a way to just chill, relax, enjoy some gaming, get your mind off like the stresses of this world for a little bit. And I like that. I like how this year is stacked. Like, I even got Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis mobile game I'm excited for. That we get a closed beta, and I cannot wait for that. I want to see more in that game. Like, I want to see more in like Pragmata. Where's that at? Like, I want to see what that's all about. I hope we get some surprises this year. I hope maybe we get like what Capcom is working on next, like after Resident Evil 4 remake, after like Street Fighter 6. Like, what other games are they working on, right? Because after that, it's like, where's Pragmata? What's your next games you guys got coming on, right? You got a few of them out there, but I want to see what your next major project is coming out for 2024. Just like with Square Enix, what's your big 2024 like games? Konami, like we got going on with like there's other like what we talked about earlier today. Like I just want to see more. I want to hear more. I want to see some major surprises. Oh, we got Alan Wake 2 coming out. We got a whole crap load of games. So it's like we got a lot to play, a lot to be excited for. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this year so far. Like, are you guys just like too many games to play? Are you overloaded like I am? Like, do you have like a certain select few you're getting? I would love to know. I'd love to know what you guys think on Forspoken. I want to know what you guys think on this rumored state of play. You guys think there's anything truth to that? You guys think that Sony's gonna come out swinging? Let me know. I would love to hear what you guys got to say. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you guys a ton for sticking around. Give me the love and support as always. I appreciate you guys a ton. And thank you for showing me the 200 subscriber mark we reached. And I appreciate you guys. I can't do this without you guys. I appreciate it a ton. I cannot say it enough. Thank you guys for all you've done. And with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. I'll be back next week with some more videos, and probably go streaming on Twitch for Forspoken to showcase what that game has to show us. I hope it don't flop. I hope it ain't gonna be that bad. I just hope. And yeah. So anyways, I have links to the description below for my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. You guys know what to do. Thank you guys for all you've done. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Be safe out there. Be nice to each other. Let's get hype. Let's get excited for 2023 of gaming. And with that said, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.